Hello brothers and sisters, it's your big brother here, Mr. Orwellian guy, to bring you today's video entertainment, because it's only fair you get to watch me from time to time, don't you think, since I'm always watching you. Today's discussion topic is the acronym IDEAS that I gave you a little seedling of it in the welcome to my channel video. The synopsis video, if you will. I will be elaborating on these tenets that I live by and that I believe are excellent virtues to have in today's corrupted world we live in that is seeped in negativity. These traits will aid you and your brothers and sisters to combat the negativity with overwhelming and unrelenting positivity. I promise you that. The first letter in the acronym IDEAS is I for initiative. It is peace with time. What I mean by that is when you live every day with initiative, when you take that initiative, you allow yourself a foothold against all of our greatest enemy at the end of the day is time. You have more time if you force yourself through discipline and through diligence and through, initiative to wake up at a decent time for your schedule. I understand everybody has different schedules, everybody works different hours, everybody does different things. You can't adhere one thing to everything. You can't put a blanket statement on everything because that doesn't work. However, you can still fit stuff in your time. You gotta budget your time just like you budget your money. After initiative, everything else falls into place, like a series of dominoes, like snowball effect, just that sort of thing. If you have to have motivation, if you take initiative, you change the world we live in for the better. Without initiative, there is only stagnation. It requires you to do an act or a series of acts to cause change. These acts are seeds of their own. Your brothers and sisters need you to take the initiative. With D is diligence is freedom of choice. If you allow yourself to live with diligence, you give yourself freedom of more options, because if you're diligent with your choices, you have more options with those. I would like to lay the groundwork for this elaboration with a statement I feel like can resonate with a lot of people. The more choices you have, the more freedoms you have. The freedom to choose the options that fulfill your specific requirements, because like I said earlier, everybody's unique, everything is unique. Yes, there are there are patterns and there's commonality between things, but for the most part, people require specific things. I know this statement can relate to all people, no matter their age, no matter their class, no matter the color, no matter the creed, no matter their nationality. To further elaborate on the individual diligence that you can do every single day, being diligent with your money, being diligent with your health by exercising, eating right, by doing these sorts of things, by being diligent with your finances, you grant yourself the ease of mind and ultimately the freedom of choice that financial security brings you. Being diligent with your diet and your exercise will bring health that you can later count on, versus other people who decided to neglect those sorts of things. And I understand that it's hard, some days, and once in a while it's whatever, but whenever you consistently do these acts, these choices, it builds upon itself. There's consequences for everything. When you take the initiative to do, your due diligence, we all benefit because we're all connected. Because diligence is the fuel that keeps the virtue of initiative burning. One without the other can only ever reach a certain apex, while together they hold the ability to transcend what they formerly were. These virtues together hold the power to be a catalyst of good, not only for yourself but those around you. The occasional person being influenced enough to continue the self-catalysm for others, because like I said earlier, we're all connected, we all benefit from every action, so why not choose to do good? Why not take the initiative? Why not do your due diligence to do good? And the reason why I chose diligence as the D word rather than discipline in itself is that diligence, in its definitional term, is constant and earnest effort to accomplish what is undertaken. Persistent effort, exertion of body or mind. The second one, law, the degree and care, caution required by the circumstances of a person. And 3, it's obsolete now. It's care, caution. Those things matter. While discipline, the definitional terms for it are training to act in accordance with rules, drill. Secondly, activity, exercise, or regimen that develops or improves a skill or training. 3, punishment inflicted by way of correction and training. 4, the rigor or training effect or of experience, adversity. 5, behavior in accordance with rules. These aren't bad things. Discipline isn't bad, but whenever you try and communicate discipline versus diligence, discipline can seem negative, and we don't want negativity. We want positivity. We want positive reinforcements in every degree, especially in this world, like I said, that's seeped in negativity. E is empathy is peace to self. If you would allow yourself to always look towards the world with empathetic eyes and an empathetic viewpoint, it will without a doubt cause you to be a more positive force in the world. Being able to step out from yourself to see the whole of a situation and not your personal biases. People often attribute empathy with selflessness, which is true and more often than not. However, even the most selfish people can be empathetic. The reason why I know that is true is because that through my years of training people in the healthcare field, I've trained many people to be caregivers. Selfish people, empathetic people, selfless people, people who truly care, people who are using it as a stepping stone, all these things. And I've even gotten the most selfish people to give and do selfless acts. And I teach them by doing the simple mindset. It's pretty common, I would say. Put yourself in the patient's shoes, in the situation. Put them what you want to be given, everything that we're supposed to be giving as caregivers, as care providers. And I would also like to emphasize that being empathetic, also people attribute that to vulnerability, and that is true to an extent, because you have to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable to be empathetic and to be a caregiver. However, vulnerability is not a weakness; it's a strength. And if you're able to give yourself to the people that you're caring, then you will be better off for it, and the people you care for will be better off for it. By being empathetic to your brothers and sisters, you will not only improve their lives, but your life as well. A is for adaptable, is peace of mind. If you train yourself to be adaptable to as many situations as possible, it gives you the peace of mind. Gives you the peace of mind that, if plans go awry. Which, I don't care how well you are planning. I don't care how thorough or concrete the plan seems. All plans, and I repeat, all plans are susceptible to unknown circumstances affecting it. If you are rigid and unflexible, then your plan or your mindset breaks. You have to be fluid. You have to be adaptable. You have to be able to take the things on as they appear. Be able to head into a situation knowing that the situation may go awry. It may go left when you planned it had gone right. You have to be able to stand quick on your feet to be able to adjust to the new world that we live in. A world that there's constant change. There's constantly new things. There's constant innovation. We truly do live in a world where there is science fiction is happening every day at a rapid rate. Flexibility gives you the peace of mind that allows you to give yourself to others, to allow yourself to become empathetic, to be able to free up time, to take the initiative, to be diligent, to have all of these good traits and these good qualities that I do believe are necessary to be able to change the world for the better. We all would benefit from this, from being adaptable. Because if we haven't seen from 2020, if you're not adaptable, you kind of get left in the dust. To finish off the acronym ideas, silence is slavery to apathy. When I say this, I mean when you choose to be silent on an issue that, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, you're choosing apathy over motivation, over initiative. Apathy will kill anything if you allow it to, and silence will as well. Because if you break the silence, it allows us to breed new ideas, it allows us to innovate, it allows us to find a problem and communicate about that problem and solve the problem, rather than ignoring the problem until the problem becomes a worse and worse problem as time goes on, because things compound on themselves. And if we don't stay initiative, if we don't attack apathy with speech, then all we're doing is allowing ignorance to breed and fear to breed. And ignorance and fear don't allow freedom. They don't allow discussion. They don't allow a nuanced perspective to figure out a situation. They only deal with absolutes. Without the ability to discuss these new ideas, we become stagnant, apathetic to the possible changes we all have the ability to put into action on this earth. Life for us all is just a river, a series of choices we participate in, with the occasional rocks being people who take the initiative and act, whether it be good or bad, to divert the river towards a direction that they so choose, or enough people so choose to do. Because it takes action, it takes constant action. We all are responsible for that. To conclude all of this, I would like to emphasize to all of you brothers and sisters out there that all of our choices have the ability to act as a catalyst that has the ability to turn other people into catalytic events. So why not choose to be the person who takes the initiative to make the world a better place? Be the person who maintains that initiative with unrelenting diligence. Be the person who chooses to be empathetic when the options are the opposite. Be adaptable in this world that, like I said earlier, is constantly changing. It's constantly wanting to beat you down. You have to be able to respond with that negativity with overwhelming, unrelenting positivity. Be the person who breaks the silence on subjects that matter, that we all know truly matter. Because the only way for us all to have a better understanding is to discuss things, not argue, discuss things. Be the person who chooses to be good at every chance. When you have opportunities, why not choose to be good? Because if you want to change the world, you have to start with the part of the world you explicitly control: yourself and your actions. By changing yourself for the better, you by default make the world a better place, for not only yourself, but for the people around you. Live your life with these ideas. So who will you be? A person of integrity or a person without? That's what I would like to leave you with, my brothers and sisters. Like I said, live with integrity, have a good day, and I'm always here for you, because I'm always watching. Your big brother, Mr. Orwellian guy.